Hey travelers, hey, and welcome to another Travel Talk with Tia. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend that this is where they need to be for the latest in travel talk. So I am super pumped up and excited because I just finished my 4th year teaching abroad in the United Arab Emirates. People always ask me, like, how do you enjoy living there? Do you enjoy it? Do you hate it? Like, give us the rundown. So at the end of each year, to give you guys a rundown of the 5 things that I hate and the 5 things that I love about living abroad. Those of you who don't know, I am a PE teacher living in the UAE. Again, I've been here for 4 years and it has just been a whirlwind. I feel like I literally just got here yesterday. Well, these are in no particular order, but the 5 things that I think I hate, and hate is a harsh word, but the things that I don't like about living abroad. Number 1, the weather. It's hot over here. Like, it's the desert. Anything that you might see on TV or see that people talk about, it's not an exaggeration, and it's not even hot weather. It's humid. It's super humid here. So every time I walk outside from, I think it started towards the end of June, middle of June, when I wear my glasses, my sunglasses, anything like that, they automatically fog up. It's insane how hot the weather is. Number 2 thing I don't like about living abroad is being away from my family. I miss my family so much. I mean, now it's not so bad because I'm going to go home since the school year is over. As a teacher, we do get some time off to go home. So I'm excited about that, but I hate not being able to see them. It sucks. Like, even the accessibility of them. If something happens to someone in my family, it's at least gonna take me 12 hours to get home. That's a long time. So that really grinds my gears. I hate it, but you win some and you lose some, and that's one that I hate to lose. So yeah, it sucks. So the 3rd thing that I just do not like about living abroad or here, whatever way you want to put it, is that we are in school for every month of the year. Like, back home in the States, you know, I taught for a few years and we would get 2 months, 2.5 months off. But here, you go from August to August. We get out in July, so we get that little time from July to August, but we go right back at the end of August. We get out at the beginning of July and we go back in August. So we get about 45 days to get off, and we do have spring break and Christmas break, things like that, which is great. I'm not complaining about that, but going to school year long is stressful. Number 4 thing that I do not like about living abroad or in Abu Dhabi, UAE, is the driving. I would like to think that I am a pretty good driver, but driving here is a sport. It is a serious sport, and I find myself taking the rules of the road back to the States with me, and people are in their cars like this the whole time, because driving here is just so, it's defensive, I think is the word for it, and everyone is just always trying to get where they're going. All you hear is horns honking and people riding up on your bumper. And like I said, it's a sport to me. If I sit in the passenger seat, I'm like, let me drive. I want to drive. But it can be so annoying because the driving here is so aggressive. And if you've ever been here, then you know that for a fact. So that's my number 4 thing that I'm just still, after my 4th year being here, I still have not totally gotten into yet. All right, and the number 5 thing that I dislike about living abroad or here is the language barrier. Now, it's not horrible like in some places. Most people speak English here, so I don't find myself struggling a lot, but it can just be a little frustrating because I don't know Arabic. Now being here 4 years, I've learned a few words here and there, but not necessarily being fluent in the language is difficult, because if someone's talking to you and they're from here and you don't know anything, what can you do? In most cases, you can ask someone for help, but the language barrier, it's more so a thing that I hate that I don't know. Just being here, I think that I have started as I've been traveling more to get into the mind frame of trying to learn the culture more and the languages of the places that I'm going to. So I've started to try and learn Arabic more and more, but Arabic is hard. So it's gonna take me some time, just bear with me. All right, so those are the 5 things that I dislike or that grind my gears about living abroad. that I can think of that are like at the top of my list for this year, the last 4 years, let's say. Those are the things that I dislike. So we're gonna move on to the 5 things that I love about living in the UAE. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of walk back on this one. The weather. I know I said it's hot. I know I said my glasses fog up, but I love it. 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 It's sunny 90% of the time in Abu Dhabi. Like, we hardly ever get rain. It's almost always sunny here, and I love the heat just glistening on this melanin. That's one of my favorite things about here. Like, year long, the weather is amazing. Number 2 is the safety. Abu Dhabi is so safe. The UAE is so safe. They've been ranked as one of the safest countries in the world for years now. Like, it's a continuous thing, and it's true. I'm like, it's not hype. It's a fact. It is super safe here. I had a friend who lost her wallet and got more money than what was in it before. I don't know how it happened, but I know it happened for a fact. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. Like, that'll never happen in the States. I wish that it would, but it just never would. So the safety here is unmatched, and I love that about being here. Number 3, my favorite thing, is that there's always something to do. And some people may think, well, don't you have to spend a lot of money then? And that's also something that I love. So affordability and always something to do. The UAE has so many things that are free or discounted. Like, they have the most discounts that I have ever come across. Like, it's always something to do. Every single day of the week there is something to do, and I just love that because I'm a busybody and I like to be doing something. When I want to chill, I'll chill, but I know that if I want to get up and do something, I have that option here in Abu Dhabi. My number 4, which is kind of my number 1, all of these are my number 1. I just love everything so much, just equally. It just makes this place amazing. But my number 4 is the ease of travel. Now, living in the States, you know, I didn't travel as much as I have here because there's just so much on this side of the world, and the affordability of it, getting to these different places, you know, Europe, Africa, I'm in Asia, so it's amazing. It, like, the cost for me to go from one state to another in the US is a cost that it might take me to get to 3 different countries. So that alone just makes it, I just love it. Like, how can you not? And the 5th thing that I really like about living abroad as an expat teacher is the diversity in the classroom for me. You know, coming from the States, I did teach, and I had a plethora of students, but none like the students that I teach here. This year, I've been at an international school that have children from all over, from the UAE, from Serbia, from Egypt, Jordan, the US, Morocco, everywhere. Everyone's from everywhere, and I just get to learn so many things, and my students teach me so much each and every day. So that is my countdown of my top 5 and 5. As you can see, the good definitely outweighs the bad, and you can probably guess why I just love being here. I love being an expat in the UAE. You can hit me up in my inbox if you have questions about anything that I talked about or anything related to teaching or being an expat or traveling. Whatever you think of, just hit me up. And until next time, take the world.